¿Te gustas la Candelaria?
Sí, a mí me gusta.
Oh my god, what the heck? Cheers, mate. Righty, we are definitely gonna have to tip old mate. He was a legend. Yeah, llama.
Llama is alpaca.
Alpaca, oh, sí, diferente. Oh, do you want to do this way? Hey, legend. Right, that was a good experience.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, brother. I'm up. Australia. Alrighty, that was a cool experience. He tried to ask for 100,000 peso, 20 USD. But for something like that, that is way too much. I ended up giving him about 9 peso. It's just what I had on me, which I think is a fair price. A few photos with the alpacas. But immediately as we get out, we're already like swamped. But that was a cool experience, so I ain't hating it. But today is a new day. I didn't even say good day yet. We are in a new area. Before we were up north in what is more the richer, like safer area. And now we're in the heart of Bogota. And this is La Candelaria, I think is the name. Already, allá.
Okay. Aquí también.
No, already. But this is La Candelaria, which is the oldest place in Bogota, like the founding city, I think. It was founded in about 1500. So a lot of these buildings you see here are absolutely ancient and not something that I would see often in Australia, because Australia is like kind of new. Now the oldest building you'll see in Australia is about 200 years. Nothing like you'd see here, which is like 700 plus years old. But that being said, in terms of like safety and walking around with the camera, you're really not supposed to do it in this area. It is pretty touristy though. You got like a lot of the tourist traps. There'll be a lot of people trying to get money off you, but they'll also have a lot of the touristy stores like you see here, and tourists as well. And an ambulancia. Hopefully we don't need that. But this sector is absolutely packed. People absolutely everywhere. This truly is like the heart of the city. We definitely need to get some good, authentic Colombian food here and a place that actually has a menu so we can order some of the favorites. The last place we went to didn't even have a menu and we just winged it. Hello. We just winged it and let him choose for us. But today, later. You can tell by all the people walking around that I stand out. I would look the most like a gringo amongst these people. That is an interesting way to smoke a cigarette through a pipe. I've never seen that before. Maybe that's a Colombian thing. Interessante. Oh, it's limes. Oh, yes. So this is like a courtyard center with like ancient buildings. You can see that church there. Some police presence as well. One thing I got to be extra careful of is like pickpocketing. That's like one of the main things that I think would like potentially happen in an area like this with a lot of people. I know they say to be alert, but there's no really being alert when there's so many people. The best thing you can do to protect yourself in that situation is wear a bum bag like this and keep all your valuables in that. That makes it a lot more difficult. All these pigeons here to shit everywhere. Oh, it's because people are feeding them. That makes sense, I guess. So behind me is a man called Bolivar, and he's the one that led the independence movement here in Colombia, Venezuela, and a lot of the other countries to be independent from Spain. So basically, it's just a dead guy to remind all the politicians that he's the one that actually got stuff done. It's really quite beautiful here, I can't lie. I can tell why it's a popular area. You got the mountain in the background. We went up to the top of the mountain, Mount Montserrat, I think it is, yesterday. Delicious? You have before? Yeah. Okay, good. It looks like it's dark and murky. It's not something I'd try unless I've seen other people try it. Give it a go, I think. But it's literally just a machine grinding down the limes by the looks of it.
That's it.
And making like a juice. ¿Quieres uno? 7. 7? Okay. Gracias. Alrighty, let's give this a go. But it's way better than I expected. I thought it'd be like super strong because it's just like basically grinded down limes that have been filtered. I swear he must have added something to it because it's like sweet, it's not like sour. Oh yeah, that is perfect, nice and fresh. Hey! That guy must smoke 100 cigarettes a day. That has to be his third one already. It's been about 10 minutes. That's either the secret to a long life or he's really 20 years old. you never know.
El aceite de coca,
Ya
y
de
marihuana
coca.
es especial para la circulación de
Is
la
that
sangre
cocaine
por
leaf?
poder anticoagular.
¿En
El
serio?
aceite de coca y marihuana
Oh
es
my God.
único en el mundo que combate
Interesante.
problemas respiratorios, dolores en las
You
articulaciones,
production?
inflamación en las piernas y esa tembladera que no lo deja escribir tranquilo.
What do you use it for? Use
Alivia
that.
todos esos dolores y problemas de salud.
Valor.
Con el
Yeah, what,
maravilloso
you-
aceite elaborado a base de coca y marihuana.
Tea?
La única medicina natural
Maca.
en el mundo que elimina el
What
dolor.
happened? You possible a little bit high or
El
what?
aceite de coca se
Para
aplica, se
nervios,
frota y se deja
para-
actuar 5 minutos.
Calm.
Yeah.
Oh. I was gonna say you would not think that's legal, but here we are in Colombia, baby. You just buy some coca leaves. I'd love to see what would happen if I tried to bring that back through immigration in Australia. That would be a hard one to explain. This almost feels like a brand new Bogota. Like where I was yesterday was completely different to where we are now. The vibe is totally different. There's people everywhere. So far, I'm loving downtown Bogota. And I know it's supposedly more dangerous, but at no point in any way have I felt like danger so far here in Colombia. I don't even know what some of those fruits are. It'd be almost a crime against humanity for my second day in Colombia to get McDonald's. But at some point, I need to try it. Because surely it's very different. So we've escaped the absolute hive of tourists. We're about to see something that's famous in this area of Bogota, and that is street art. You see it absolutely everywhere. From graffitis to like murals like this. This alley is absolutely no exception. Like, look at this. That's someone's grandma. This alley wasn't what I expected. When I said street art, I just assumed it'd be graffiti because you see it all over Colombia, but this is definitely not graffiti.
Ahorita envío la motorizada de la policía para que pase a revisar. Yo no puedo dirigirme hasta allá porque estoy aquí, pues, justo bien. ¿Listo?
Okay, one second. Okay, gracias. So, I just had to contact the police there. So there's a bloke on the ground covered in blood. I didn't want to film it for like obvious reasons, but I didn't know what to do. I don't even know the number to call. So I went and found a police officer, and he said he'd sent the motorcycle unit around there to go check on the guy. Okay. Bien. Mucha policía. I'm hoping it's okay. I have no idea what happened, but I'm assuming it would be a stabbing. Good thing they have a quick police response here, and he was able to get to them. But just everyone was walking past and like no one was doing anything. Okay, he's receiving treatment, that's a W. And it looks like he's okay, he's still moving, he's still talking. And there's not too much blood. Like if it's like a deep wound or hits an artery, it's very dark blood and there'll be a lot of it. So I think the dude will be okay. But I'm not gonna show you guys images of that for obvious reasons. But that is just one of the things in Colombia, you know? As confident as I am in myself, you still got to have that at the back of your head that something bad can happen, something can go wrong. Doesn't matter how big you are, if someone has a weapon, for example. But there's absolutely no way in hell I'm letting a worry or fear, for example, ruin my trip and stop me doing anything that I want to do here in Colombia. I'm going to see everything it has to offer. Okay, good. The police response here is insane. There's already like a million police there and it only happened like 10 minutes ago. But that's just another example as well as why I need to improve my Spanish. Like having to use Google Translate just to explain exactly what happened to the officer definitely isn't ideal. Luckily, like you can do a lot with like limited Spanish that I have, and I was able to explain there was something wrong around the corner pretty much instantly. I'm not sure where to enter this building, but we're about to go see El Dorado basically by the sounds of it. Little bit of a line.
Museo o restaurante?
Museo.
Museo.
First time I've seen a metal detector here. So these are the masks that put on like the dead people. It's crazy, different places of the world across from each other doing similar things. Like Egypt had a similar thing, and over here they did as well. That was definitely interesting, like a mini El Dorado, and it just like goes to show like the wealth disparity. Like, you know, so much gold in one location, and then the other location, crazy shit like that just happening. That kind of whole thing just pissed me off. Mainly because the amount of people that just seem unbothered by it and not trying to do anything about it. Like I know for a lot of people it's not their issue and they just want to go about their life and not get involved with something like that. But at the same time, just whipping out your phone, calling a number, you think that's the first thing everyone would do. And I feel like the main reason that wasn't happening was simply because the bloke looked homeless. And I swear to some people that just devalues them as a person when that can literally happen to anybody. I'm lucky enough that that has only happened to me once in my life for a very short period of time. But anyone could become homeless at any point quite easily. Absolutely nothing is guaranteed in this world, and some people are lucky enough to have like a support network, like family around them, but that is definitely not the case for everybody. Now, I'm not blaming Colombians for that, because we are in like a tourist district, so I don't know how many of them were actually Colombian that were just walking past, but that was a bit of a wake up for me as to the realities of what can happen here in Colombia. So I have no idea what the go is here, but there is just people everywhere just hanging around, and we are starving, so we need to get some food. And I think there's a restaurant here that's like Colombian, where we should be able to smash some food. This must be the meeting spot for all the abuelos. It's just a bunch of older men hanging around. Okay, we walked past this place literally 3 times. I did cheat here and use Google reviews, and this is a good reviewed Colombian place. And it's packed with people, so you know it's going to be good. One thing I have noticed about these restaurants, they always have like a salad section that you can just go up and help yourself to. Okay, the one downside to finding authentic Colombian, there is absolutely no menu again. And I tried to ask for like a couple things I knew about, and she's like, no, only lunch. So we're winging it once again, boys. I think this is a common Colombian thing. All right.
Look.
Gracias.
Look.
Menu. Oh.
Here, typical food.
Wait, con chicken? Okay, perfecto. Sí, claro.
Yeah.
Lemonade, sí.
Lemonade.
Gracias. So now at least we have an idea of what we're ordering. I'm pretty sure a lot of these places and kitchens like do one regular thing that like everyone comes here for, kind of thing. It's not like a massive selection. Like the authentic Colombian kitchens, like just doing one thing and one thing really good. So we got some rice, some avocado, and a chicken like soup almost. So that only took about 2 minutes to come to me. That's what you want to see, juicy chicken. That is really good. I expected like way more spice and flavor, but it's more like a natural tasting type dish. Completely the opposite of something you get in like India, for example, where they just pack it full of all kinds of spices and flavors. It's honestly delicious, and it's healthy, and it's packed with protein too. They did not stinge out on the chicken. You love to see it. Then we got the homemade lemonade. She also brought this out with it all and said dessert. It does not look like a normal dessert you'd normally see. It looks like some kind of caramel and a bit of cheese. And then, is that a pepper? I have no idea. But this is honestly what you want to do when you travel these countries. I know there's a lot of fancy restaurants that sell everything from hamburgers to pizza, but getting authentic food from the region you're in is just absolutely the way to go. So the amazing thing about that square full of men is there's not a single cell phone inside. I think it's just like a social hub where everyone goes and has a chat, which is like super strange to see. Like culturally, you don't see that anywhere in like Australia, for example. But I think it's just a bunch of dudes that are just there to have a chat and meet other people, new people, or catch up with people they already know. And then you got the complete opposite, with me, a bloody gringo white man walking around with the camera. Alrighty, we have arrived at the chocolate place. Now this is something I wanted to get at lunch, but they didn't have it on the menu. But it's actually really famous in Colombia. And that is hot chocolate with cheese. Doesn't sound like it goes together, but we're going to give it a go. What we are ordering is called chocolate centoporano. Chocolate centoporano. But this does look like a banging place. Too bad I'm absolutely stuffed full of food, otherwise I would want some of this. So it's actually separate. I thought it was together. Okay. Perfecto. Perfect amount. For some crazy reason, I must have thought it was together in the cup, but thankfully it's not the case. In the milk, see? Sí. Ah.
Sí, eso era lo que te iba a escribir.
You're easy. Ah, so you look at me, gringo. She's written out on Google Translate that I was supposed to dip it in the hot chocolate. She saw me just like take a bite of cheese. We're doing it the right way now, the Colombian way. So you dunk it, and the idea is for it to get soft in like the hot chocolate milk, and then you eat it. So I've gotten brave and I've dunking a whole bit of cheese in here, and I'm gonna let it sit. I think that's another way you're supposed to do it. They need to leave a bloody instruction menu on this for us white guys. Oh yeah. That's basically melted. It's definitely a combination I would have never imagined or tried myself, but surprisingly it works. You need like a soft cheese for it to work though. So we have returned. That Uber drive was actually over an hour. When we left in the morning, it was about half that long. That's just how crazy the traffic can get in Bogota, simply because there's 9 million people. Like the actual distance we traveled isn't all that much, but it was just intense traffic the entire time. A lot of the streets are like small and just simply weren't designed for this many people. Like Bogota has obviously started out small and just got massive over time. But we are back up north in a relatively safer area of Bogota and back at the Hotel Joy. We are staying in my capsule, which I absolutely love, by the way. I know I'm a little bit too tall for it, but that wasn't a problem last night. Capsulas. My Squid Game hotel. Bogota, baby. I thought we'd check out the nightlife. I know we've seen this area during the day, but Zona T is famous for its nightlife, so it'd be criminal if we didn't try to show it off. There's definitely a lot more people at this time of night though. During the day, there's nowhere near as many people. Bogota does seem to be the city where like you wake up late and you go to bed late. I'm definitely not dressed right for all these clubs that are everywhere, but I am gonna save all the clubbing and stuff to when I'm with my girl. She gets here tomorrow night and then we both fly out. The absolute best thing is I have no idea where we're going. The only place I know that we're going is Medellin. But when we're doing that, who knows? We're just gonna wing it and find out. She hasn't planned the entire trip. Everyone's here to get pissed drunk, and I'm thinking about what to eat for dinner and how much protein it's got in it. I'm just like that, I guess. Hola, 1 second. Hey! Now I got goddamn Cheeto fingers. Absolutely packed though. It's a good vibe too. I'm looking forward to a few days of partying. But I think we'll save that for Medellin, because that's where it's really famous. Hola. I'm going, ciao. I know exactly what was happening there. I've seen the pram. I've seen it one too many times here in Bogota. That might work the first time with the first tourist, but that is what we call the baby trap. I think it's time we eat at one of the street vendor slots, because we see them everywhere and we've only eaten at like restaurants so far. We haven't hit a street vendor.
You know,
Easy.
I have
That look alright.
Audemars Piguet. I have Submariner. I have GMT Master.
They look
all
so
models.
they look too good. Someone else will not care on my watch.
Okay,
it's too good. It's too good. Last thing you want to be doing is rocking around with a Rolex, no matter how fake it is here in Bogota. But they actually looked pretty decent. Like the fakes have gotten so good that like the outside can be absolutely identical to the actual watch models. But it's not until you open it up that you find the flaws. Hola! Oh, that's what we're looking for right here. All right, this is what they call perro, I think. They're selling hot dogs. Righty. There's more places down the road. That guy, old mate's on the phone, he's lost a customer. I'm pretty sure there's like an identical one, like just 2 meters away. Double carne, sensilia. Whatever the hell that is, that looks good. One, yeah. See. Easy, cheers. We've got the chef in action here. Alrighty, actually a burger that looks exactly like the picture. That's what you want to see. Unfortunately, that was definitely the first L in terms of food. It looked way better than it tasted, but at least we've got an L at a street vendor, and the authentic stuff has always been banging. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I think they just finished a marathon or something, because there's a bunch of runners and then a bunch of people cheering them on.
So anyway, we are back in the crib. I'm gonna call it a night. Peace out. Have a wonderful day.